Okay, please bear with me. This is an emergency meeting of the highest order. I have a lot of things to do right now, which honestly are kind of more important. But I just got an email saying all of a sudden I have access to a powder coating machine, or a spray gun in an oven for a day or so, which means all the yucky crap has to come off in like half an hour, like right now. So steering wheel, maybe gauges, maybe I don't know, emergency video. I don't know what I'm doing, whatever. Bye-bye, disgusting massive wires and random antenna. What I'll do with you, I don't know. I don't really care. I think the faceplate, or not the faceplate, whatever holds all three gauges together, I think that's something I might want looking pretty. I don't know what colors I have available to me, and I also don't know what the original coating on here is, because it is kind of cool looking. Okay, how does this come apart? Remember, these are all rusted on and gross, so... Oh, and it's also of a different design. That's interesting. Wow, that is a thin piece of sheet metal. The gauges survived, but there's no... I don't think that if I can get these bezels off, that'd be sweet. But... I doubt they just screw off. They're probably pressed on there. Let's just put those aside for now until I do the hard things like the steering wheel and whatnot. Okay, so at the bare minimum, that. Sweet. Oh wait, this hasn't been visible the whole time. You've got to be kidding me. So, the steering wheel. The age-old question, how does it come off? I don't know. I have no idea. There's no way this is like that difficult to remove. There has to be a simple way. You know what, maybe I should take this off. Maybe that'll help me figure out what I need to do. I don't know if it will, but it's worth a shot. Is this material? Yeah, pulling that off didn't help at all, just as I figured. But at least it's not so dirty. Oh yeah, that's totally savable. I really hope it's lefty-loosey. It's lefty-loosey. Sweet. Okay, there's one. There's a lock washer, as expected. It's a steering wheel. Sweet. I hope I don't forget those. There's another lock washer thing. Okay. I guess that's the steering wheel off. It's quick release now, I guess. Yeah, whatever. I was hoping these would not be rivets, but they are rivets, which means these two parts are inseparable. Yay. So the question is, do I leave well enough alone, or do I drill them? So it doesn't matter if there's a gap in between these parts, because a horn will cover that, sorta. So I think I'm gonna leave well enough alone. I just gotta get this goopy foam off of it, I think. This is not a chisel, I'm aware, but I also don't care. Alright, we skinned the steering wheel, or we unskinned it, or whatever. Great. That's 100% good. Let's take apart the temp one, because this one seems the most likely to just not work, and I'm gonna have to replace it. Because I'll probably end up using, like, modern temperature sensors or something. You know, technology that actually works. Maybe I will get lucky. I will not get lucky. This is way bigger of a wrench than I want, but what am I supposed to do? Okay, that did something, but it sounded way crunchier than it should have been. Oh. Look at that, that's gorgeous. Okay, if I can... I need to save this if I can. That's gorgeous. How do I get this out, though? Oh, these assholes, it's, like, staked in place. Luckily, I think I can restake that. Yeah, soldering irons are common these days, guys. You're gonna have to try a little harder to stop me from taking this apart. Yep, and those pop just like out. Just like I thought they would. Yeah, those are pretty gross. I could also do something with them too. Now, how does this fixture come out? The actual gauge face. Did I miscalculate? Does that not come out? Okay, so I'm back. I got busy. Didn't do it, or didn't do what I would say I was gonna do. But here's what I picked out. In order of importance, we've got the bezel for the gauges, and we've got the steering wheel. Those two, that's what I want done. Everything else here is basically just, can we do it? If we meet, right? Like some of the water pump stuff and whatnot. These poor outside lock holders that were, just painted over horribly. Whatever the hell that is. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, this is weird. I don't know where I'm gonna put this, but maybe I'll put this in the interior teardown video as a side. Who knows, whatever. Catch you later. Okay, so it's been a while since I filmed the first half of this. Excuse the mess and the spoilers. Those are fun. I filmed this all out of order. I love going back through and figuring out where my footage is. But that's not the point. The point is, well, I got these powder coated, and I know it's a bummer I didn't get any footage of it, but hey, it was really fun. I didn't have time to. So, we didn't get everything powder coated because it was, more just a fun learning experience and, not a lot of productivity. But I got the steering wheel, water pump housing, well, a third of it technically, thermostat housing, gas cap thing. I don't have a name for that, but it's the it's the part that sandwiches the inside, like, filler neck to the outside of the car, whatever. Those little lock bodies for the push button locks, these are fun. And finally, the bezel, the gauge face, whatever holds all the gauges together. And yes, if you were curious, I did chop up the temperature gauge to try and get in it. No, you cannot. It is pressed on, just like I assumed it was. I got a plan to fix that. Involves some, a lathe work and some cool colored metals. But that's problem for another day. These all turned out great. That's a lie. They're all horrible, to be completely honest. It was my first time powder coating, and when it's not your setup, you don't have perfect control over, how much water or air's in the lines. And, as you can see, I'll close-ups in a minute, there's lots of, I'm not sure what you'd call that, because I don't powder coat, but, there's bubbles, because the lines were dirty and full of water, which sucked. But all the bronze stuff turned out great. This is bronze. It's more of a hammered brown, but, you know, the package says bronze, so we'll go with bronze. The steering wheel looks great in bronze. There's no worry with the splines because the charge didn't penetrate in there anyway. This turned out great. These turned out great. I've already tested them. They fit. Yellow was something someone else brought, so it was a different formula. Didn't work as well. Didn't cover as well. It's because we did not use the gun properly. There's a lot of really complicated geometry on these that the charge was just not having. Like, I did some more research after the fact and why that happens the way it does, and yeah, these are the kind of parts that I need to just spend like an hour on by myself doing. And yeah, I know. I didn't mask off the inside of the coolant passageways. I will either sandblast it myself or just send it, because I don't care. I'm really bummed with the one for the gauges, because this blue is really cool, and sadly, you know, it's just full of inclusions or whatever bubbles, whatever you call this. That's really sad. So, what does this mean? It means now I've got to get into powder coating, because A, it was really fun, B, it was really cool, and C, it seemed pretty low investment, so I should be able to get into this myself. Because I need to redo most of this, which is kind of a bummer. The biggest bummer, though, you know, I could live with this. Who cares, right? These don't care either. But the biggest bummer comes from the steering wheel. Now, I'm kind of an idiot. I didn't notice it was horribly bent. I will, again, close-ups later. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't notice that the entire time until I finished powder coating it and was, you know, admiring its beauty. And, you know, I knew this car had been in an accident, but I didn't know how bad. And, you know, taking the engine out, seeing how bad, oh crap, we've got a lot of work ahead of us. Which is a bummer, because I have plans to straighten this with some clamps and 2x4s, but I just don't think the coating will survive, which means I'll likely have to do it myself, which means I'll likely have to get into powder coating, and oh boy, I would just love another hobby. Yeah, that's it. This was fun. This was cool. Yeah, I know that this video sucked. Emergency meeting, not fun, but, you know, it happens, I guess. Yeah, that's it. Bye. Get out of here. Peace. See you later.